It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. But law enforcement can only be the beginning of our response to Charlie's murder. Over the last 11 days, we have heard stories of commentators, influencers, and others in our society who greeted his assassination with sick approval, excuses, or even jubilation. You've heard that. So have I. Couldn't believe it. You know the names. They're major losers, by the way. That will be proven out in a short period of time. Some of the very people who call you a hater for using the wrong pronoun were filled with glee at the killing of a father with two beautiful young children. And the same commentators who this week are screaming fascism over a canceled late-night TV show where the anchor had no talent and no ratings. Last week were implying that Charlie Kirk deserved what happened to him. No side in American politics has a monopoly on disturbed or misguided people. But there's one part of our political community which believes they have a monopoly on truth, goodness, and virtue, and concludes they have also a monopoly on power, thought, and speech. Well, that's not happening anymore. We've turned that corner very quickly.
Man, whoever writes Trump's teleprompters knows what he wants to talk about to the T. To the T. They throw a little. Sometimes I think they write bullet points for Trump to talk about, and he can't wait to take a dig at people like Jimmy Kimmel. So he goes off on his own and he says what's on his heart. I swear, he's good at what he does. Speaking of the good of what he does,
I think we found an answer to autism. How about that? Autism. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking in the Oval Office in the White House about autism, how it happens, so we won't let it happen anymore, and how to get at least somewhat better when you have it, so that parents can help their child, their beautiful child. That's a big one. I've been bugging everybody over there. Get the answer to that. I think we found an answer.
All right, so we back on this. We have a cure. We have a cure to. No, it's not even a cure. It's a diagnosis, I guess. You find a problem of what causes something. Like my daughter, she likes these ramen noodles. What's them ramen noodles called? Hold on. They call like Babalu or something like that. Anyway, let me go to her text message. All right, they're called Bulldog ramen noodles. And
hey guys, out of all the noodles that you should not buy, they all bad for you. They all bad for you. But this particular brand that they pushing in your stores, look at this. Just look at it. When you pick this brand up, and they said this giving people cancer. All this brand. Look at this. Look at the warning label. Warning label. It says cancer and reproductive harm. You can go to www.p65warning.ca.gov/food. And y'all giving this to y'all kids. Y'all won't have no grandkids.
You hear that? So we have these warning labels. Why do we have food that can actively cause cancer in our stores? You know what I'm saying? Food that can actively cause cancer. I don't know. The package say it, so it must be right. If Trump said it, it must be right. We got the whole CDC out there. You know what I'm saying? And the USDA fighting for Americans. And it gotta be right. Y'all better start eating better. I think it might not be. I don't know. I don't know. No. If I'm actively reading something that says it causes cancer, do you think I want to give it to my child again? Like, think. I sent it to her because I was like, yeah, we done with that. No more of those. I don't care how y'all see it on TikTok. You know? But, and I don't eat ramen noodles anyway. That's a whole nother story. But, if y'all got time, I'd love to share it with y'all one day. But it's so much stuff. Like, there's when you go to when you see certain foods being on the market and they're saying they're taking this out of it and they're taking out of it. You know, if you go to a different country, they cereal tastes totally different. Same cereal tastes totally different because they leave out all the additives. What is America? I ain't trying to be I'm not a food conspiracy theorist, but I do pay attention, and I do know that we do have the worst diets in the world. And we have a USDA who are being paid by them one people that get together and be like, yeah, I'll gladly donate $1 million to your campaign if you let us slide this in there. You know what I'm saying? Lobbyists. They're called lobbyists. Yeah, them lobbyists be gay. So y'all better learn about them lobbyists. And you know what? Those lobbyists, you can't put a face to them. Those people are underground rich people. You'll never see them, but they pulling all the strings to your cereal, all the strings to your medical products. You know why you go to the doctor and your doctor be like, here, try this out, and he give you a whole bag full. I remember way back in the day, and my doctor gave me Allegra. Allegra's, you can buy it over the counter now. Probably ain't even on the counter no, because don't nobody buy Allegra. Like, you got to be like 50 to buy Allegra. But anyway, it was a big ass allergy pills, and my doctor just gave me a bunch of them. He said, take these. I'm like, damn. I'm like 12 trying to swallow this big ass pill, and then as I got older and I started to realize, man, these pharmaceutical companies be using us as lab rats to just not all man. I got a true story, and y'all can look this guy up. He's called the Pill King. His name is Dr. King out of Oklahoma City. Every week I was going to get 120 Lortabs and 120 Somas. I go in there. He said, rate your pain 1 to 10. 10. He be like, okay. You don't even get a prescription. He hands you a lunch sack. Here, take a couple of these a day, and I'll see you next week. Be in there 5 minutes. Walk out with 120 Lortabs. No lie. In a total of like 2 years of seeing that doctor, and I had to see him because of the car accident. And my lawyer sent me to him. Man, that doctor bill was so damn high. I was like, yeah, that's why he was giving out all them damn drugs. But anyway, he ended up getting caught and losing his license. But yeah, Dr. King. But yeah, so beware. Anything with acetaminophen, your your kid gonna have autism. Because they announced it today. They did a whole press conference because they said today they're gonna announce it. But he had to give us this at the Charlie Kirk Memorial. Why? I don't know. It was kind of weird, but we went with it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, well, let me see what he got to say. This was big news. I mean, this is actually big news. Coming up with, you know, a diagnosis to why people get autism. Like this. They said, look, RFK said, I've never met an old person with autism. I don't know a 70-year-old with autism. I'm like, where this nigga been? You ain't never seen a 70-year-old with autism? That's crazy. Is he lying? Never seen a 70-year-old with autism. Whatever. I have, because autism don't mean you like slow. It just means you just like, sometimes you think different. And you can have the same mental capacity as somebody without autism, but you just high functioning or something. You just different. And I've seen different people all my life, and I'm not 70, but I'm not in this generation where we see it more and more often. So I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying they found a cure or whatever. That's what he said. He called it a cure. He said he found a cure to autism. But I don't think they found a cure. I think they just found a leading cause to autism. But if you own any stock in Tylenol, who make Tylenol? Probably Johnson & Johnson, them little sneaky bastards. But whoever owned Tylenol, definitely. Let me see. Let me Google that real quick, because my fact checkers in the chat, y'all slow. But y'all supposed to know this. Who owns Tylenol? It says, Kenvue. Kenvue. The Tylenol maker facing RFK Jr. scrutiny. This is brand new shit. I told y'all. Let's see. Kenvue stock plummeted amidst reports. Butterfly in the sky. I could go twice as high. My bad. I fucked up. Will suggest link between autism and the use of the company's Tylenol medication by pregnant women. Boy, if they done lost all, let me see. Kenvue, a spinoff of Johnson & Johnson. I told y'all Johnson & Johnson been killing people for years. Remember baby oil and baby powder? All that shit causing cancer in the ovaries for baby powder. Damn, I was right. That's why y'all watch me. Y'all be like, I be talking shit and I don't know what I be talking about. But whatever. Anyway, on to the next.
But this is like an old-time revival, isn't it? An old-time revival. Charlie Kirk loved America with everything he had. And as we can see so clearly today, America loved Charlie Kirk. But this is like an old-time revival, isn't it? Could I ask Erica, please come out? Erica, please come out. Thank you.
This was powerful, wasn't it? Powerful. Melania better watch out.